In 1641, Irish separatists began a revolt against the mostly Protestant English colonialists. To further incite their insurrection, they rebelled in the name of the English king, Charles I, who was Catholic. In reaction, the English Parliament issued a list of grievances against King Charles. Citizens reproduced and posted this list all throughout London. For fear of the mob, Charles fled London for Oxford. Parliament began raising a militia, mostly from urban areas, while King Charles began to raise men, mostly from the countryside. Now with an army, Charles began his march back to London. The Parliamentarian army shadowed the king's movement. Charles then chose the battleground, and waited for battle. Leading the Royalists was King Charles. Chosen as general by Parliament was Robert Deveraux, the Earl of Essex. To scrub out the dragoons, hidden in the brush as snipers, Charles sent his own dragoons to prepare for his cavalry's charge. The Parliamentarian horse were outnumbered and quickly fled the field. The Royalist horse chased after them toward the town of Kyneton. The king's infantry attacked after the successful charge, but rather than the cavalry to aid in the attack against Parliament's infantry, only one regiment of horse from each side returned to the battlefield. The fiercest fighting took place on the Royalist right side. The king's men were successful in their fighting, but when Parliament's infantry was supplemented with reserves, the tide began to turn. Parliament's sole regiment of horse broke from the enemy infantry and began to harass the Royalist artillery. When sundown was approaching, the king's horse returned, and the two sides broke from fighting. Overnight, more infantry for Parliament began to stream in, but Charles and the Royalists had better ground. Both sides claimed victory at the Battle of Edgehill, and both sides were to meet again in spring of the following year.